Well, hello again, my loves. This time we're doing intro, and it is medical and dental assistant, healthcare team, and professional behavior in the workplace. Now, we know everybody's an adult and you should have at least some kind of behavior that's acceptable, but this is a little bit different. This is professional behavior. You're going to be working with people that have not only gone to college, but have gone further. They've gone to either medical school or dental school, and they've got a license. Now, you too will be certified when you leave the Eastern College. And also, we are the only school that will certify you in dental radiology, and you get the card. However, back to what I was saying, these people are going to hire you to work under their license. They're not going to hire somebody that's swifty or kind of, not all there in the head. You're going to have some type of professional behavior. All right, the vocabulary, as you can see, my love, it's all highlighted. And I even added one. I added triage, which is prioritizing, can't read upside down, prioritizing patients so the most urgent receive care first. Prioritizing patients so the most urgent receive care first. Like in the emergency room, you're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and an ambulance comes in and they take them. Well, that's a heart attack usually. All right, learning style. That's the way a person perceives, processes information and new material. Everybody has their own learning style, all right? Reflection is considering new information and learning ways to create new ways to exchange the information, all right? Processing, the way we internalize new information and make it our own. Perceiving, the way a person looks at information and sees it as real. You perceived it had happened, but not really that way. Professional behavior, big one. Actions that identify the MA or DA as a member of the healthcare profession. They should be dependable, respectful, positive attitude, teamwork of a healthcare profession, and being sensitive to other individuals' needs, all right? You're going to see people when they're not at their best. Most of them are in pain. People are not exactly jumping for joy and smiling like crazy when they're in pain. Empathy is number 6. That's being sensitive to individuals' needs. In other words, putting yourself in their shoes. If you've ever had the flu and somebody gets the flu, you go, oh, I know what that feels like. That was terrible. Critical thinking. This is considering all aspects of a situation and then deciding what to do. Consider everything first. Don't just jump to conclusions. And persona. That's the personality that people project in public. I am so in public. But at home, forget it. No, I'm kidding, all right? Triage, again, is prioritizing the patient so urgent needs are received care first. Now, I have to tell you, I made a boo-boo. Learning style, stage 1 is highlighted. But learning style for stage 1, they like hands-on, all right? They like to practice what they're learning. Hands-on. I'm like that. I can read something in a book, the directions, and maybe get it right. But if I see it being done, oh, forget it. It's gone. I got it. All right? So stage 2 is they enjoy learning. It's a pleasure to learn. Stage 3, they like to experiment and test the ideas that the instructor's given. Stage 4, this is another area in your life, such as teaching. Learning style is teaching. Everybody has a different style of teaching. I try to make it light and fun, although sometimes the topic is not. But I've found with my children, if I had them sit there and watch this serious show, they couldn't tell me much about it after. But let them watch Richard Pryor or a stand-up comedian, they knew everything they said. So I figured if you put a little levity to it, all right, it might help. All right, highlight the last sentence at the very bottom. Study time during your peak performance time. It helps you become more organized in time management. You're going to be managing the doctor's time. Look, if the office closes at 5 and you're still there at 7, that's because you let the doctor get behind. You got to keep him going because they'll just drag on, all right? So study time during your peak performance time, all right? Okay, next page of notes right here. And you can see most everything is highlighted. All right, critical thinking. Critical thinking is sorting out conflicting information. I don't know, this and that and this and that. You have to weigh your own knowledge about the information. What do you know about what's going on? Decide on your beliefs and actions. Sort out any conflicting information. And number 4 is highlighted. Do not incorporate your own personal beliefs. This is at work, okay? I'm not talking about your personal life. My husband drives me crazy. I cannot put the news on because the first time they mention COVID-19, he goes ballistic. I can understand. You get tired of hearing it, and I don't watch it all the time. But we eat at dinner at 5 o'clock every afternoon. I'm anal. Been doing that since the kids were babies. And the news is on. I would rather put on Sesame Street, believe me. Then I can't. I gotta change the channel. Anyway, number 1 in the next group is assertive communication. And again, highlight, okay? Assertive communication allows you to express yourself honestly, and it allows you to stand up for yourself without an emotional scene. You can you can tell somebody to go to hell, but if you say it in a nice enough way, they look forward to the trip. All right? It's not necessarily what you say, but how you say it. So assertive, all right? Communication. Express yourself, but you don't need to get emotional and loud and all about it. No. Dentist. The dentist is a DDS, Doctor of Dental Science. They may also be a DMD, Doctor of Medicine in Dentistry. It's the same thing. All right? Same thing. Teamwork is pulling together. And it's not saying, hey, that ain't my job. Nope, not my job. If you see a room that needs to be restocked, restock it, all right? Let them think the restocking fairy came in and did it like the tooth fairy. But please, just be mature about it. No, I don't know. That's not my job. Well, it's not going to be your place of employment much longer either, okay? Demeanor, that's the professional behavior. Patients can trust with confidence, all right? Your professional behavior, not what you act like at home. Professional. The problem with central issues. The first step is to reach a solution, is to a problem or conflict. You need to identify the problem and its central issues. Don't go around on the periphery. This is the central issue, right here. Central issue. Don't go with everything else that's going on around it. No. Medical professions. Medical doctor, not highlighted, but that's a physician, all right? MD. Doctor of Osteopathy. That's highlighted. Now, it was established in 1874. They believe more in holistic, where am I? They believe in holistic treatments. And let's see, where am I? I lost my place. They go college plus 4 more years, all right? So that's a doctor of osteopathy. A chiropractor highlights, treats bones, joints, and the nervous system, not just bones and joints. They go to college also plus 3 to 4 years of chiropractic school. Now, it's the same school as an osteopath. They just take different avenues. That's all it is. A hospitalist. This is something that's fairly new, all right? This is a physician that focuses on the patient in the hospital, not the office. The patient can refer to the primary care physician. I didn't know about this, and I was in the hospital, and I'm expecting my doctor to make rounds. And this guy comes in, and I don't know who he is. Thank God he introduced himself. He said he was making rounds for my doctor. I said, oh, is he off today? No, he doesn't come to the hospital anymore. A hospital? It turned out okay, but I've been going to my doctor for 20 years. I didn't know this guy, all right? But that's what hospitalists do. They do not work in an office. They see patients strictly in a hospital. A PA or a physician's assistant is highlighted. They can practice medicine under the supervision of a physician. Now, this person has to have at least a master's degree, and they can write prescriptions in most states. Can write prescriptions in most states. Next page, page number 3. Here we go. Okay. The best assets for professionalism in a medical or dental assistant. Look what number 1 is. It makes sense. A good attitude. This this is where you can this is what you can offer the employer. A good attitude. I would rather have somebody with a good attitude and not maybe as much skill work as rather than somebody with great skills but a shitty attitude. You're not going to last. No. Okay, it's an asset that you can offer the employer. Cooperate with coworkers. Help complete anybody's task. Look. You need help with that. My grandson graduated from high school today, but he's been working for 3 years at a bank. And when he's finished his work, he makes it a point. Nobody told him to do this. He goes around at people's desks and said, "Do you need anything done? Do you need any help? Do you need this? Do you need that?" He ended up with a pretty nice scholarship from this company. Okay, so it kind of helps. Also, let's see. Speaking in even, calm tones. You don't need to get loud or elevate the voice. Always wear a name tag. Always. All right. Number 6 is highlighted for sure. You've got to treat your externship as a probationary period on the job. I used to do extern. I used to teach and do externs. And I would send students to places that said, "We're not hiring." And I'd tell the student, "Look, you can do your month of extern, but they're not hiring." And they understood that. Well, by the time they had finished their externship, they were hired, and a previous employee was fired because they went in there with such a good attitude, knowing their skills, knowing what to do, and working with teamwork. All right. Now, they didn't plan on getting hired, so they could have just gone in and been as crappy as they wanted to, but they didn't. They went in and got the job. All right. Um, uh, Another obstruction. Wait a minute, I skipped stuff. Oh no. Um, don't bring your personal baggage and problems to the office. I know we're human and everybody's got them, but leave them at the door. Please don't bring it in. All right. Okay. What can obstruct professionalism? Again, you bring in your personal baggage. You're bringing all this stuff that you had an argument at home and your husband wants to leave or your boyfriend's being a jerk. Okay? No, leave it at the door. The grapevine or rumors, please do not participate in either. Don't get mixed up in office politics because I promise you, you're going to be on the short end. All right? Don't get mixed up in that. Personal phone calls on your business phone calls. All right? Your business, not the doctor's business. That's not going to fly. And you think we're bad about not letting you use a cell phone in the class? You have a cell phone in the doctor's office, you're fired. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They tell you one time and that's it. Checking your emails, that's not acceptable. If you have time to check your emails, then there's something that you neglected to do. All right? I don't care what it is. Again, always wear the name tag. You don't bring your personal problems to work. Again, with the probationary period as a period of the job. And I had to write in this one. The assistant is at fault if they display a poor attitude after being reprimanded from a supervisor. So the assistant is at fault if they display a poor attitude after. That P with the line over it is a medical symbol we're going to get into in pre-med. After being reprimanded from a supervisor or superior. Your appearance means a lot. Look, that's why I tell students, go on a job interview in a very nice, clean uniform and lab coat. You have regular clothes. We all have regular clothes. But what you may think is just the perfect business attire, the doctor may think is the biggest hoochie thing he's seen going around. You wear your scrub suit, number 1, in the back of their mind. They look at it as you're ready to jump in. could use you today. Come on, you're ready, you're dressed, let's go. So that's what I'm talking about, your appearance. Clean hair. Long hair now has got to be tied back, and that's for infection control. Used to be when I first started, we couldn't have our hair long at all. It had to be short. Working in a hospital, everybody had short hair because infection control even back then. Clean shoes. I know we don't check our shoes that often, but check them because you may have blood or some body fluid drip on it and not know it. I don't want to go to somebody that's got blood all over their shoes. Damn, what they've been doing. Number two, conservative, no large earrings. Conservative, where is it? Right there. No large earrings. You're going to be using a stethoscope all day long. And even little things like this. I've seen employees tear an earlobe because the stethoscope gets caught in the earrings. You save that stuff to when you go out. You'll look really, really nice. No long or color polished nails. Again, for infection control. If you've got long nails, number one, you can't put gloves on and work safely. And number two, the nail polish, if it's chipped, that could end up in a patient's incision, or you could end up with some of their bodily fluids underneath where the nail polish is chipped. You don't know it. You go home and you got this stuff. Jewelry, another thing. Wear a plain ring. That's all you got to do, all right? Because jewelry like this, you wear something like this to work or something like this, they've got little cracks and crevices, all right? And you don't know what can get in there. When I was working in labor and delivery, I didn't even wear jewelry because I was scrubbing in so often, I'd have to end up taking them off anyway, and I was afraid of leaving them at work, okay? Somewhere in the bathroom. Name tag, again, and it's even highlighted again. Name tag worn with the uniform when you are working. I know it says MA, but it's MA or DA. So look conservative. If you think you shouldn't wear it, then you probably shouldn't, all right? Now, prioritizing. I don't know what you know much about prioritizing, but that's deciding what task is the most important, and it's time management. You know the woulda, coulda, shoulda list? Well, you got things you have to do. You got to get the kids to school, you got to make their lunch, and you got to go to work. Now, what order are you going to do that? You're going to go to work, then make their lunch, then bring them to school? No. You're going to prioritize what is more important first, and then go from there, all right? Must, should, or could. These are tasks, all right? Tasks are in this order. Make a list for that day. This must be done today. This should be done today. This could be done today if I have enough time. So you've prioritized. It's just like the triage. You prioritize the patients, you're going to prioritize everything you do. Hey, that's it. Man, we finished. Okay. Well, I know I attached some more papers to yours, your notes and stuff, but if you just go through the papers I've attached, this is not necessarily to be done. But now let me tell you one thing I do have to tell you about you, and that's virtual library. Virtual library is a checkoff, all right? Checkoffs have got to be done. What it is I'm going to do this tomorrow for you. I'll give you a whole list of medical terms. You pick one, just one. Go on the computer and find a very short article that has that word in it. Let's say you're using the word eardrum. Find a real short article, a one paragraph article that has eardrum in it. Print it out, email it to me. You've done it. That's it. Make sure you put your name on it, all right? I get a lot of papers that don't have people's names on it. No name, no credit. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to email it to you today. I'm going to send you a whole list of medical terms. You pick one, then you can go to Google or Moogle or Schmoogle, whoever you want to go to, look that word up, and find a little short definition. Word that has the word in it, all right? That's it. Put your name on it and email it back to me. All right, my loves? That's it. We're done with intro. So, I will see you all tomorrow, and we're going to start hitting the medical vocabulary. That is attached to your notes, and you can look some of those up if you want to. All right? Okay, babies, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.